A very good morning, my dear students. So we are doing understanding quadrilateral, and today we'll finish this exercise 3.4. We are doing revisions. Remember this. From this exercise, I'll be doing only question number 3. That is, why a square is a rectangle, or how can you say a square is also a rectangle? Clear? Or why a square can be called as parallelogram. Now, let me first define what is a square. A square is a quadrilateral where all the sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. Let me do this in the board. A square is a quadrilateral where all the sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. Clear? It's a quadrilateral where each angle is 90 degree. And here the diagonals are equal and they bisect. This is a square. This is a property of a square, quadrilateral square. Now, can this square be a parallelogram? The answer is yes. Because see, as I said, each angles are 90 degree. That means what? And each sides are equal. That means what? This line is parallel to this and this line is parallel to this. Means the opposite lines are parallel to each other. When the opposite lines are parallel to each other and they are equal, it is called a parallelogram. Therefore, a square can be a parallelogram. Is a square rhombus? Answer is again yes. Because what is a rhombus? Rhombus, here all the sides are equal. In a square also all the sides are equal. So a square is also a rhombus. Clear? Now, this is what I was trying to make you understand in my before, the last, like when I was taking this exercise 3.4. A square can be a rhombus, a square can be a rectangle also. Now, what is a rectangle? A rectangle is again a quadrilateral where opposite sides are equal. Okay, here opposite sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. Clear? If I compare this property, each angle is 90 degree. This matches with square also. Therefore, a square can be a rectangle. But if you ask me the other way around, are all the rectangles are square? Then answer is no. Clear? Because in rectangle opposite sides are equal. But in square all the sides are equal. This I can say that a square can be a rectangle because of this property. Each angle is 90 degree. Clear? And here also opposite sides are equal. So both the properties are matching with this. So therefore a square can be a rectangle. Clear? My dear students, after this I'll be doing some questions from Me and Mind. Okay? I hope all of you have got Me and Mind book with you all. Clear? So I'll be doing some pages, not all the questions. Some of the questions I'll be doing from Me and Mind. Please pay attention there. Okay? Okay? Let me conclude here. Okay, my dear friends, let us start this Me and Mind understanding quadrilaterals. Okay, I won't be doing all the questions. Let me do some of the questions which are not given in the book. Let me start with this question. The four angles of a quadrilateral. The four angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 4:3:5:6. That means what? You know very well ratios are expressed in lowest form. So let the four angles be 4x, 3x, 5x and 6x. So these are four angles. Okay. You don't write this way. You write let the four angles of quadrilateral be 4x, 3x, 5x and 6x. Clear? Now we know the sum of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So therefore this is equal to 360 degree. Clear? Is it clear? So therefore you can solve this and get the value of x. Once you get the value of x, therefore four angles are 4 into this value. Then the second angle will be 3 into this value, the third angle will be 5 into this value, and the fourth angle will be 6 into this value. Clear? This is the way you can find it out. Now next question is page number 57. Now here it is, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC. If angle A is equal to angle B is equal to 40 degree, what are the measures of other two angles? Now see here, suppose I draw a trapezium this way. This is a trapezium. ABCD. Okay, this is A, this is A, and let me take this as B. I cannot write B here because it is given AB is parallel to DC. That means AB is a line which is parallel. I have already drawn the trapezium this way, so therefore I will write A here and B this side. Then CD, C will come here, D. Don't write C here, it will become wrong because they are saying A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a trapezium. So therefore these two angles are 40 degree. This is 40 degree, this is 40 degree. Now what are the other two measure of other two angles? It's very simple. See, this line is parallel to this, therefore this angle, these two angles are adjacent angle. If this is 40 degree, that means this is 180 minus 40 degree. That is 140. Similarly here also 140. Okay, so 140 degree is the answer. We know that sum of adjacent angles, if the lines are parallel, only in the case of lines are parallel, it is 180 degree. So here therefore 40 degree plus this angle is equal to 180. Subtract 40 from 180, you'll get this answer. Let us see next question if we have. Yes, my dear students, we have this question here which is given in page number 58. Now here the question is, the angles of a quadrilateral is 72 degree, the other three angles are equal. Find the measure of each equal angle. Now this is the quadrilateral. Now if this is 72 degree, that means the other three angles are equal, x, x, x. Okay, let me draw this figure once again and make you understand. One of the angle is 72 degree and other three angles are equal. Okay, so let one of the angle be x. If this angle is x, that means this is also x, this is also x. Same thing I have done it here, 72 degree, x, x, x. But sum of all these four angles is equal to 360 degree. So now you can simplify very well. You can easily get the value of x. Okay, so my dear students, these were some of the questions which I found it little different, which is not given in the book. So I took this question. There is one more question I saw here. Yes, here this question, at what angle do the angle bisector of two adjacent angles meet in a parallelogram? Let me draw this parallelogram. Suppose this is the parallelogram you have. Okay, now angle bisector of this and angle bisector of this, they meet at what angle? You please find it out. Have you understood? You know very well what is angle bisector. It bisects into two equal parts. This line is called a bisector. Let me draw nicely here. Suppose I draw this line like this. So this line is called angle bisector. Means making two equal angles. Here also making two equal angles. This angle, this angle, this angle and this angle. The question is, when they meet this two angle bisector, what is the angle? What is the measure of this angle? Find out. Okay, my dear students, I'll stop here.